Packs are in your ears, boy. It's what you harder at the ice out the neck. It's what you harder at the ice out the neck. When I'm in my zone, bitch, I get my respect. Call me bumping Justin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Texas Sports World. We are your hosts. That's Isaac. I am Ethan, and we are currently live watching the Rockets and Oklahoma City Thunder in second overtime right now.
Is that Kitty? Kitty has the ball?
Kitty has the ball right now. Throws it over to Reed. Reed down to Steve. Ooh, Steve gets smacked out of bounds.
Okay, so here's the problem. Me and Ethan have the same bet going on right now, and we just need KD to get one more
two. We need him to get one more two. Literally just one more 2-pointer, dude. Not even a 3.
And we cash. So we've been very invested in this.
We're good. We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. Are we watching or what do we do? I'm so lost on the
program. I know, dude. I just want to
oh my God, LP.
Throw it to the big slender man right there.
Dude, LP's about to piss me off. Double overtime with the former
Hartenstein with his 5th foul, dude. Hartenstein with his 5th foul. You know, honestly, I'm really impressed that this team is playing this well, right? And just come straight out the shoot. I'm pretty impressed by it. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd be so impressed if KD just got one more bucket.
If KD,
then I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Anybody can take a shot at this point.
If KD just got like one more bucket, dude,
we'd be so. Okay, he just drained the last free throw. Oh my God! Who's that a foul? Is that a foul? Why does FGA look like handsome Squidward?
Handsome Squidward, dude.
Sorry, I got the phone. I mean, the game on the phone.
Here we go. Here we go, baby.
FGA is about to take his first free throw. Cash. Oh, he missed.
Oh, ball don't lie, baby.
All right. What are we talking about right now? This was supposed to be a post, like an instant reaction to the game, but it's turned into a bit of a live watch.
Man, well, because I didn't expect them to go to 2 overtimes, to be honest. So they kind of screwed up. You kind of screwed up the tempo here.
A little watch party. Reed. Yo, why is everybody except
everybody else
buckets? Like we got him here to score buckets, and he hasn't touched the rock once. And Durant just got it over the back. Yo, like honestly, at this point, give KD the ball, please. Anybody, just put it here.
Give KD the ball.
Ime Udoka,
KD
come
the
out
ball
to the court and just hand him the ball.
I need it. Oh, okay. Remove it. I just want to rebuke it. I was trying to go live on Twitter, but it ain't working. That's fine. Here we go.
Oh my gosh.
We got all these 6'11" people.
SGA's cooping that. Katie, give it to Katie.
Oh, Katie, can we get a Kevin Durant?
Not Reed Shepard. We don't need the Midwestern white. We don't need him to have the rock right now. Give it to the tall KD.
We need down south Slenderman.
Turn around.
That's not KD. No, that's not KD. That looks like KD. That's a bucket, no. But I'll take a bucket, no.
I won't. Actually, now I need OKC to score.
No way, dude. Merchant, dude. He's merchant right now. Dude, he's freaking.
How many does he have?
He literally just dropped the ball, dude. How many attempts does he have?
Yeah, that's what you need to look up.
I need because I almost put a bet in on it and I freaking didn't.
Six for 8 free throws. You'd have lost that bet.
Oh, never mind. I can't look at the stats. I can't look at the stats. It's gonna. I saw the score. I don't want to see the score.
Oh, because we're not live. We're not live.
Yeah. Because we had to line it up.
Okay, Katie has the rock. Katie gives it back to Shingun. Shingun fucks up. Shingun's still fucking up. He gives it back to KD. KD, do something magical, baby.
KD,
Do something.
This is it. Do
Oh,
something crazy.
That's back to Reed.
I don't want to read with it. I don't need Reed to have the ball. I really don't. Alfie. Down in the post. Oh my god. Damn.
Your camera is all messed up.
Oh shit. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I got a corner. I can see your whole TV.
That's fine.
What? Are you still on your regular recording device?
Yeah.
Why does it look so zoomed out?
Because I zoomed it out a little bit. Should I zoom it in?
No, I like the zoomed out look.
All right, cool.
Zoomed out looks whimsical and fun.
All right, here we go. 119, 117, baby. We 7 in heaven. I'm trying to let 7 put me in heaven and
I'm
win
trying
on
to
this
let
parlay.
7.
Oh, fuck. Cool. Oh.
Yo, Alpy, is that Reed? Chill. So everybody, these white boys need to chill. Bang.
Oh.
No, please give Kevin Durant the ball. He hasn't taken one shot this quarter or this overtime.
Come on, Katie. Get the ball and do something crazy.
Do something jiggy.
Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is. This is his spot.
Yes!
Let's go! Woo! Bro, we gonna win our money back, baby. We gonna win our money.
I just screamed so loud. Yep, I just got the text. Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Dude, this is exciting. 120 game 1? Day 1, baby?
Yeah, my wife just texted me. She's taking a test for college, and it's one of those like proctored exam things.
Yeah.
And I ruined it. Not ruined it, but I wasn't supposed to be as loud as I just was. And I knew it as soon as it happened.
What'd she say?
A lot of profanities.
You goddamn shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
Oh god damn, Shy. God damn.
Dude, Shy's a bucket. I'll say that.
That dude, he's you know what? It ain't I can't even be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? I can't even be mad at him.
Oh god. Oh Lord.
No.
It's not a bro. Did they just really did give him a foul?
Damn it. I'm getting nervous in my cervix. If I'm being honest.
The funny thing is, I was nervous, but now that he hit a bucket, like now that KD just scored, I'm not like that nervous because it's a win-win situation for me now.
Dude, did he miss another free throw just right now?
I don't know. He hasn't taken one. Yeah, I'm a little bit ahead of you. He sure didn't. He sure did not. He sure did not. Okay.
This is not making me happy. I'm not going.
Look, we're on commercial break right now, so let's get started on this pod. Or do you want to like wait?
No, we could. We're on commercial break. Commercial break.
Let's start with the Rockets.
Yeah,
then
obviously. Yeah, and then we'll get to
the Texans.
the
on
Texans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll work out because
Where's my?
that might get copyrighted. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, or whatever. We might get shut down. I don't think we might be able to post this.
There we go. We're good now. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how they're playing right now, honestly, because it's such like there is a lot of old pieces, a lot of pieces that were here last year, but also at the same time, there's with Kevin Durant and like how is he gonna be able to gel with these guys on the court at the same time with Amen, Alfie going for 30 plus in this game, So like we're seeing stepping stones, and I think I'm excited. And this isn't even they haven't even played their best game, to be honest. Like they've had a couple miscues here. Like damn.
I was looking at it earlier, and like us being up was very surprising because our offense looked like super not bad, just like weird.
Yeah,
and, like, it felt like it took a lot of possessions for us to get a bucket, and we were just playing really good defense.
Yeah, but I feel like that's expected, though.
Okay, you got the rock again. No way. Come on out. Whoa, baby.
Get in there. Let's go. Woo.
Did they call a travel?
No, they call timeout.
Why is Alpy looking pissed? He always looks pissed, man. Alpy is the most negative dude I've ever seen in my entire. He's always upset about something.
Yeah. But like, remember Eric Gordon, and he was always like, all the time.
Look at Alpy. Look at Alpy. Turn around and look at him right now. Right now.
Yeah. Looking like Eric Gordon.
That's ridiculous. What did he want there? He wanted an and one?
Yeah, he wanted a foul, I think.
I can't hear the game. I'm just watching it because I'm trying to keep the volume turned down.
Can you hear mine? Is mine too loud?
No, I mean I can hear I heard Smith with the rebound.
Oh shit. I couldn't find my damn. No, oh there it is.
Dude, Chet. All we're going with this. I love this. I want more of this right here from our team.
Dude,
Amen having what does he have, like 16 points or something like that?
No, he's got way more. I think he's got 18 or 19. All right, here we go, baby. Here we go.
Bang. Bang. Oh my god. No. Oh my god, dude. Is this what it was like to play against prime James Harden?
James Harden, dude. Yes. Yeah, I just pulled out the booze.
When did we get that? How do I get that?
Go to media assets and then scroll down to sounds, and then there's huh? Yeah. Damn, bro, we're cooked. That's it, bro. God damn it.
Oh no, hold on.
I should have never showed you them buttons, guys. Every dumb thing I say.
2.3 seconds. Who's going to take the bucket? Who's our most efficient shooter of the night right now?
Alfie. Alperen Şengün.
Oh, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do?
Yeah. Oh.
Did you do that or did I do that?
No, I did that.
Turn off the acoustic cinematic. That's such a weak way to win a game. I'm not going to lie.
God damn it, man. I am so annoyed right now.
That is right. That is right. Unless we hit.
I mean, we did hit, so.
No, I'm not talking about the parlay. I'm talking about the a shot in the game.
Oh, well, yeah. Still got 2.3, baby. We still got 2.3.
So the Houston Rockets lose first game of the season.
Unfortunately, live reaction here, folks.
What was the score?
125 to turn that off over there. 124. They opened the season 0-1 with a loss to the defending NBA champions, might I add.
Which I will say this. I will say this. I'm still confident we beat them in a 7-game series.
Well, I think, like I was saying earlier, the best basketball is ahead of us. I think KD's still figuring out his role. I think, everybody's
the defending champs to double overtime and realistically win that game if SGA is not a flopping pussy. Like realistically, we probably win that game. Good on OKC and SGA and all them. I will say SGA is a dog. Let me not call him out of his name because that man did give us buckets. But that's like the peak of OKC's performance, and that's like the floor, I feel like. For that being the first live game with no chemistry, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. I think I would agree. And Alp going for 39, 39, 11, and 7, or 39. Yeah. So, and then KD 23, Jabari puts in his 16. Steven Adams only gives 4, but you got 13 rebounds.
That's what he's there for.
That's what he's there for. Can't really complain about that. You also got Kevin Durant, KD with 9 rebounds, 3 assists. So I think you see building blocks. I think you would probably would have liked to have seen a little bit more.
What's Ahmed Reed forgot?
Ahmed had 18. He was 18, 4 and 5. And then let's see who else. Who you said Reed? Reed had 9. He was 9 with 4 assists and 2 rebounds.
How did Reed shoot? I don't think it was great.
2 for 7 and 3 for 11 overall, 2 for 7 from downtown. But that was the theme for the team. Alfred Şengün was really the only one that was really that had buckets and that had a 3-point shot really, and that was efficient. Kevin Durant was pretty efficient. He just didn't shoot the 3 ball very well. Outside of the 3 ball, he was 9 for 12. So like inside the 3-point line, he did great. For whatever reason,
that's like his game pretty much.
Yeah. Right. And that's fine. And honestly, if he's going to give us 23, 9 and 3 every night, cool.
Well, He barely got that 23. It took him 2 overtimes to get him that 23.
I mean, listen, okay, fine. Let's say the full he gives us 21 or 20. 29 and 3, but I think he can I also don't think he goes 0 for 4 every night. I think he makes I think he has games where he makes 2 and 3 because that's 23 with 0 threes. So it's just
Well,
twos and
and
free
it
throws.
was apparent that it was like OKC's game plan to not let KD score. Right. It
Yeah,
was
I mean,
apparent that they had their best guy on KD, which opened up for Alpi to be able to get buckets like that. That's not going to be the case, because Alpi gets hot and he starts going off for 25, 30 a night. They're going to have to switch that up, and it'll open up some more room for KD to get some better looks. So,
and hey, I just also want to point out props to KD. That man played 47 out of 48 minutes.
he was out there a lot. That's an old man out there. Don't forget, y'all got a 39-year-old, 23 points.
Yeah. Jabari was out there 42 minutes. Alperen Şengün was out there the entire game. Or I guess I'm not out of 48 minutes with overtime. So I guess he played 47 minutes with overtime. I don't know. I guess, yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah, but still 47 minutes though. 47 minutes. Alperen Şengün 49 minutes. Reed Shepherd 28 minutes. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more out of the bench, honestly, but honestly, I just don't see us going 11 for 30, shooting 28% from 3 consistently. So I'm not too upset about it. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more from the bench and maybe from a 3-point perspective, but ultimately going for 124 against Oklahoma City, game 1. A lot of new stuff. You lost your starting point guard 2 weeks before the season started, basically.
Yeah, Fred VanVleet being in there probably was a game changer. It would have been a game changer.
Yeah, I think Fred VanVleet being in there probably you would have seen a much different minute. I think the minutes would have been spread out much. I think Kevin Durant plays a lot less, probably. Amen Thompson plays a lot less. They rotate them in a little bit more. I think there's more of a rotation there. But obviously,
I'm in with Amen getting like as much time as he's getting, and like obviously you don't want KD to play that many minutes for the whole season, just because he is older and you don't want to wear him out before. Like realistically, we want KD. If we could just like sit him, if we could guarantee ourselves a playoff spot, we probably wouldn't play him until the playoffs. So like, you kind of want him there for that, and then also like we can't trade anybody until I think December or something like that. I think so like we have some time to see exactly what the problems are, if there are problems, if we could take this squad all the way to the playoffs or not, before we have to make any moves. So overall, I'd give the first game like a B-.
Yeah, I think I can't. Hold on, let me look something up. Was Dorian Finney-Smith hurt?
I don't know. I don't think I saw him.
All right, yeah.
I will say if Reed can get it going, like he had some good preseason games. If Reed can just like give us like 15.
Okay. So I think this was a hold on. Now okay. Now let me go see. So for instance, the Thunder had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they had an extra body playing, rotating in and out. So I'm sure, not that that means much, but I think you add in a Dorian Finney-Smith and a Fred VanVleet if he was healthy, you know what I mean? So that's 2 of your top end guys. Like I think Fred VanVleet, I think Dorian Finney-Smith plays rather than Josh Okogie plays.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where those minutes come from. Or not like they split those minutes. You know, maybe it's like 10 and 10 or 17 and 8 or something like that, you know? Not 17 and 8, but so I think all things considered, I'm impressed.
The new first look Rockets.
Yeah, I'm impressed with with how things go, with how things went in this first initial game for sure. For sure. I would have liked to have won, but the beauty of an 82 game season is there's a lot of basketball. You can drop some. And it's like that's not when you necessarily want to drop because it's division rival and like that game will matter at the end of the season when they're calculating up who's where in the rankings and whatnot.
Oh, we played them again, like so we can.
I
Get
mean,
that.
yeah, but like, I'm just saying, you don't want to lose the first one,
Right.
But
I don't
it is
think
what
you
it
want
is.
to lose any game. I think obviously you want to come out of there with a win, but given the circumstances and like you still got to mesh, like you still got to get that chemistry with KD at least adding him into the lineup. I really would have like, regardless of the betting side of things, I would have liked to see him get the ball more. Like I feel like he really didn't touch the ball a lot in those 2 overtimes for some reason. And
Yeah, that is true. It was almost like he was like a decoy out there or
yeah,
something. But then again, like you mentioned earlier, it did feel like that one of OKC's main points was to take KD out of the equation because there was a lot of times he got the ball and he was immediately doubled. I mean,
they were
like
in his mouth.
they were running guys at him with a quickness, So, but I mean, I guess maybe that's what happened. Maybe this is what happens when they double KD. Alpi goes for 39.
Yeah, 40.
It used to
40.
be they double Alpi like in comparison to last year, right? Like let's say last year Jalen Green was in this position, right? They weren't having to double Jalen Green. He was still only getting 23. They were doubling Alpi and he couldn't get 39.
Right.
That's how the math works differently.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have
a
KD.
heavily guarded KD dropping 23 is like that's a win for us. Because later on in the season, if he's not, or not even if he's, like even if KD's still playing relatively the same and everybody else gets going instead of like just Alpi, say like Amin finally starts hitting at a higher clip from three, or Jabari gets going, or something like
Right.
somebody else starts getting hot. Now it's like an entire offensive problem for anybody.
Yeah. It feels like, and like I was saying earlier, this wasn't even their cleanest basketball game. Like there were some possessions they would like to take back.
I will agree. I found myself thinking during the game, I was like, this is kind of like ugly.
Ugly, yeah.
Yeah,
But then you
just
look down at the score and it's like, but we're in it. Like we're still.
Yeah. And like we're scoring, and it's like a high scoring. It's like, wow,
This is a weird place to be.
I felt like it could have been cleaner. But good job for the Houston Rockets. We'll get them next time.
Yeah, until next time.
Switching gears now.
Switching gears to something a tad more
soulless and depressing.
Soulless and depressing. Okay, so how do you want to kick this off?
That's a good question. Let's start with this. Opening statements.
All right, opening statements.
The Houston Texans have had the same problem for the past, I would like to say 3 years, but realistically it's been longer than that.
It's really been like the entire lifelong of the
entire span of the franchise outside of.
I mean, there were some good ones in there. There were some good ones sprinkled in there, and I'm saying like mediocre, like middle of the league good, like not like top end good, but outside of that, it's all
good enough to win in like considerably the worst division in football,
right?
Pretty consistently, like that kind of level of good. The Houston Texans, man, have a serious problem. Let's kick it off there. That they have a serious problem, multiple glaring issues, and it's to the point now where like it's like when you're organizing something. Like you go into a really messy room and you kind of just got to make everything dirty again. Like you got to make it more dirty before you can organize it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like we're at the point now where we don't even know what the main issue is, that's a terrible spot for us to be in. Because I asked you about the Houston Texans. I asked a regular person about the Houston Texans. Said, "Well, the O-line sucks." Well, also Nick Caley sucks. Well, also like y'all don't have any offensive threats outside of like Nico. Well, and y'all probably could have drafted better too, and made some better moves. And I don't know how your offensive or your head coach is allowing all this to happen. And how did y'all keep the same offensive line coach that was responsible for your offensive line last year? And I go, well, what's our problem then? And you go, all of it is the answer.
Yeah,
there's just so many problems.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild. it's how did we get back here so fast?
I don't know. And D'Amico Ryans opens today, and he openly, backs his OC that he chose in Nick Caley, saying that they're not going to move on from him. So I don't know if that means like he's not getting fired.
Okay,
right?
yeah. All right. Yep. You said the thing.
Yeah. I don't know if that means he's not getting fired today or if he's not getting fired this season or like we're going into next season with Nick Caley. I don't know what that means.
You said the thing, and I'm about to rip into him. Are you ready for it? Okay. Here's what's frustrating to me. What's frustrating to me is this. Okay, so the Texans draft CJ Stroud. Okay. He comes in. We're all like, holy shit, we found him. Let's build around him. We got this. He's on a rookie contract. We got this window. Let's do this. Let's yada, 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 yada. And then you proceed to see the writing on the wall, such as we hired a first-time play caller. Started out pretty good, right? Remember we were all excited. I remember being on the phone. We were like, "Oh, yo, Bobby's gonna draw it up." We were like, "Bobby, slow." Like I remember posting the tweet. You go look at my Twitter feed. You search it. I remember posting it. And then season 2 comes around, and you're like, "This is not good," and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. There were consistent issues all season long. It just didn't feel right, and they didn't feel like they were going to get fixed. So what do? You move on. Perfect. All right, you move on. Let's get a fresh slate. What did we learn the first time around, right? Isn't that kind of how you go through life? When one thing messes up, when you mess up in one thing, you go back and you look at what could I have done better in this situation?
What can I do to fix this? What can I do to keep this from being a reoccurring issue?
Yeah. You would think, right? So what do the Texans do? This is a question for the crowd. Hold on. Wait. Don't answer. Hold on. Wait, don't answer. Don't answer. All right. What did the Texans do? Go ahead. After all of that, after firing Bobby Slowick, after realizing that having a first-time play caller may not be the way to go, what did they do?
Oh, they do the exact same thing. Yeah.
Congratulations. You are right.
Yeah, they do the exact same thing, and they hire Nick Caley, who is a lot of you guys vouched for him and said that was the OC of the future, and he was going to be this and this and the third, and the McVay system.
And here's the thing. I'm not even saying like, okay, hiring him. That's hiring a first-time play caller is the first red flag, right? That's the first like we just did this, right? That's the first red flag. The second red flag is my brain just decided to turn off.
The second red flag was the fact that Nick Caserio knew him back whenever they worked for the Patriots with Cole Popovich, who's our offensive line coach.
Oh, I got it. So let's call this the third red flag is the fact that you didn't let him bring any of his own staff, and you literally just elevated everybody who was already on the shitty offensive staff and just gave them the job back and just hired somebody else from another team and just said, now run a system with these guys. So
now here's my problem. And I texted you this earlier today, and I want to switch gears off of him to switch gears to another Nick. And that was, oh my God, I got to find the text because I don't remember who all was in it. Here's my thing. I was telling Ethan this earlier. I'm not against Nick Caley. Like, I'm not as ugly as it is, as D'Amico would say. I'm not really over the Nick Caley experiment because there's so many glaring issues that we don't know if there's an offensive coordinator in the league right now, in the world right now, that could make their system work with what we have currently on our offensive.
Okay, my rebuttal to that is there are teams in the league right now that also have issues, that are also playing undrafted rookie offensive linemen and are still running competent offenses. Why is it just us?
I think that just goes to show how absolutely putrid our offensive line is. Like, they're not even bad. They're worse than bad. Like, now this might be a crazy take, but I seriously don't. I'm not confident to say that like these guys could go to the collegiate level and be starters.
That's crazy.
I'm so outside of Titus Howard and like Juice Scruggs. I don't think they could go to an S like you put our offensive line, you give them to Alabama, you give them to Texas, you give them to Georgia. I think they might get eaten alive. And is that a crazy take? Maybe.
Probably.
Probably. But it looks like it.
I mean, it doesn't, I don't understand. And the crazy part is like, you knew what the issue, and like what they say is they're like, oh, but we went out and we look at all the new guys. Like they show the graphic in the middle of the game. They're like, look at all these new guys. Like, look at all these new faces they have on the offensive line. They reshuffled the deck. They got all these new guys. We got this. They all suck though.
Yeah, we didn't upgrade one offensive line position. Not
which is one.
Crazy because it literally you can like. I don't understand how you are the worst offensive line in the league and you don't upgrade one offensive line position at all. You don't get better at one spot on the offensive line at all.
And you have all the cap space.
And if you really think about it, it was a net negative on the offensive line because we got rid of our best offensive lineman for somebody who wasn't as good as him.
A rookie.
So like,
and why? And you know you have these issues. So why did you draft 2 receivers with your first picks in the draft that you don't even play, that you refuse to play?
And I'm not even mad at the fact that we drafted the receivers because realistically, truthfully, we did need the receivers at the time. I'm mad that we decided to let Nick Caserio call the shots.
Yeah.
Because, and I'll say this, we had the opportunity right now on this current Houston Texan team. We could have had Tate Rutledge. We could have drafted Tate Rutledge first. We could have got Will Fries from free agency. And probably in a later round than what we picked him at, we could have picked up Ursery or traded into the third because Nick loves to trade into the third round. We could have
favorite place to be. He loves a third rounder.
We could have gotten Emeka Ibuka, DK Metcalf from free agency. Tej Johnson went undrafted.
Or 7th round or something like that.
I'm pretty sure he went undrafted. Or maybe it was 7th round. Regardless, we
got him. Yeah.
We could have got him, and he's, by the way, outperforming both of our rookies. About both of our rookie receivers. We could have got Quinshon Judkins. Instead, we got Woody Marks, who can't convert 1 yard on 2 plays. Or Cam Scatterboot, who also went late round. We could have had all those guys. But instead, we're left with Jalen Nolan, Jalen Higgins, who barely see the field, over Braxton Berrios, mind you. We got Ariante Ursery, one offensive lineman, who is decent at best on his best day. Who's this? Who's this?
It's Logan.
Did he just break into your house?
He lives here.
What do you got on your feet?
Boots.
That man wakes up in the morning at 6 a.m. sharp.
And just gets
dressed in this entire outfit and then opens up a laptop and sits on his bed and goes to work.
He puts on.
I wasn't sitting on my bed. I was sitting at the dining room table.
Yeah, so get it right, sir. Speak. Hello? Hello, sir?
Why are you? Never mind. I was going to say something crazy, but I'm not.
Say something crazy.
I forgot where I was at in my monologue.
Sorry, I'll lead you to it.
You were at the fact that we didn't how we added offensive linemen, and not one of them were even mediocre, essentially.
Oh yeah, yeah. Essentially, we could have had a ton of, and before anybody says the hindsight argument, like, oh yeah, that's nice to say in hindsight that we could have had those guys. This was like a conversation. Like all of those guys were conversational pieces, like in the office. Like they reached out to temperature check DK Metcalf and those offensive linemen, and they just didn't pull the trigger. So it wasn't like there was never a conversation to be had about us having those guys. We just made Nick Caseria just made the wrong choice.
Yeah. And I saw some numbers earlier today or yesterday, last night or sometime, where it was essentially in this time here, he's had the opportunity to draft 41 players. Approximately 6 of those are hits. Now, the 6 that are hits are big hits. Petrie, Will Anderson, CJ Stroud.
Let's really dive deep into that. Are they all really hits? Like, is Petrie anywhere else besides the exact scheme that he's playing in for D'Amico Ryan?
That doesn't matter though. That doesn't matter though.
I love Petrie, but I as a primary safety, he wasn't great.
That's fine. You can't assess him on. I'm saying with what we ask him to do, he is made in the lab for what we ask him to do.
Okay, fine.
Nico's a hit. Nico's a hit. CJ Stroud. Let's just call him a hit right now because he's dealing with so much other. Like there were some plays and we can get into this too, but there were some plays last night where he didn't look like his internal clock is so messed up. Like it feels like he's predetermining where he's going to go with the ball before the ball's even snapped. Because there were a few plays to Nick Haley's very minimal and small credit. There were some guys that were open that he just didn't throw it to. Now, with that being said, he still had so what I'm basically saying is like he with the offensive line in front of him, he's just throwing the ball, trying to get the ball out, whatever. So at that point, we've seen what he can do behind a nice offensive line ish, or an offensive line that's worth anything. And so if we can't be mad at him for the people around him. So yeah, I would consider him a hit right now. I mean, he's a rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year.
Okay. I mean, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. I'm willing to extend CJ Stroud's contract. I'm in favor of extending his contract. I don't think he's a bust. I don't think he's I think he's still probably a top quarterback in the league, given the correct opportunities to do what he's able to. Because as everybody wants to talk about CJ Stroud now and how he's missing these guys and and he's not doing his job.
Right.
Regardless of him getting smacked in the mouth, I think he got pressured 20 times that game. That's an insane amount of times to get pressured. And he got pressured on 20 snaps, and he only threw the ball 39 times or something or 32 times.
No, he threw the ball I thought it was way more than that. Hold on. But I saw the number. I think he was pressured on like 48% of his snaps or something like that.
That's bad.
So you get okay. So let me go to yeah, it's not good. Yeah, 50 times. He threw the ball 49 times.
And how many did he complete?
23. So he had less than 50% completion.
And I will say this. As much as everybody wants to give shit to him for missing, why is my light? As much as everybody wants to give shit to CJ, which I'm all for, he should hit the throws that he needs to hit that are wide open. Nico dropped a wide open pass across the middle that probably led to points. He threw a perfect ball to Jalen Knoll. A perfect ball early in the game. He had Dalton Schultz on a corner route that he stopped running. It would have been a wide open touchdown. So it's not just CJ, right? It's if you're as a receiver for the Texans, if you're not going to get any separation, if the ball hits your hands, you got to catch it. Especially if your name is Nico Collins.
Yeah.
If you're Dalton Schultz, we know he's been a problem since he got here, just being lazy and like loafing. He loafed on a route that would have led to a touch. That it either would have been a touchdown or like led to points somehow. And then everybody wants to shit on Nick Caley for the 3rd and 4th and 1 calls, which I get. I think it was really stupid too.
Those are fireable offenses to me, dude. Like, he should have even been on the plane home.
I disagree. As an NFL offense, you get 2 run plays to get 1 yard and you can't do it.
But that's not the point. The point is like that's not how the offense is built. That's not how this offensive line is put together.
So
They're not
change the play to just like a regular QB sneak.
He could have, I guess in theory, but he didn't. He ran with the play. He ran the play that was called.
So that's my whole point here.
He can't just go rogue. He can't just go rogue.
I mean, I'm not saying he should go rogue, but I'm saying if I'm getting pressured on 48% of my snaps, I'm going rogue. I'm not listening to anything you're telling me because you don't have it figured out, Nick Caley or D'Amico Ryans or my offensive line. If I've thought about this, and if I was in CJ Stroud's position, I would say I'd call a meeting and I'd say, listen, anytime y'all let a blocker get to me freely without touching him, I'm dropping the ball. It's going to be a fumble, and I'm letting him pick it up. We're going to lose by 130 points.
Every time.
Or we're going to figure out how to touch somebody. Because I'm down for extending CJ. He probably doesn't want to stay here.
I wouldn't want to be here either, dude.
And everybody wants to shit on him. Fine. I can tell who was here whenever Davis Mills was our starting quarterback. Because even now, I'd prefer it now than those 2 years that he was our starting quarterback.
Yeah, at least now there's a chance something can happen.
That's why we're so mad. Like, we knew we sucked back then.
Yeah.
We were just pissed because it's like, why does everybody you draft suck?
Yeah,
give us a quarterback.
Please just give us some hope.
We got hope now. Now it's like, hey, you have there's no more excuses. I think that's the problem with the Texans. There's no more excuses as to why we suck. Sell the farm. We don't need another draft pick. Our defense is already championship caliber. We could probably lose some pieces on defense and still compete for a championship. We need help on the O-line today.
Yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the question is like, who do you blame? And the answer is like so complex because it's like, do you blame Caley? You can't blame Caley because the offensive line. You can't really blame the offensive line because like you can't. Well, I mean, like you can't. It could fall on the offensive line. I don't know.
If it's up to me, I'm starting first in point with the offensive line.
Yeah,
because realistically, like you said, there's schemes with bad offensive lines that make it work. Take the Bengals, notoriously bad offensive line. Did perform pretty well. They kind of like lackluster.
Chargers are down to like 7th and 8th offensive tackles or something something like that.
So I guess there's ways to make it work, but also there's such thing as complementary football, and that goes for more than just on-field aspects of the game, right? Because we're not being complimentary on offense to our offensive coordinator, our first-time play caller. There's going to be hiccups with that already. So giving a first-time play caller the worst offensive line in football and saying,
make it work.
Score 30, 40.
How is it
30 points a game? It's never going to happen.
How is it that we as fans noticed that, but the people in the building didn't see that and be like, oh, maybe that's a bad idea? Like, how is it that everybody else was like, this doesn't seem, but everybody in the building was like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. It's like, I don't understand. Like, how is it that it's so obvious to everybody else?
For like advocating for Nick Caley's job, which is like insane. If you would have told me a couple days ago, like you'd be advocating for Nick Caley's job, I'll tell you why. It's because like there's no way to work out the kinks of he has a flawed system no matter what offensive line, even if he had the best offensive line in the league, there's going to be kinks in his offensive system because he's a first-time play caller. It's
Sure,
never,
those are
perfect.
different.
And I'm with you, but you got to give him a baseline, right? You're like,
Brother,
you gotta,
we
you're
should
giving the guy-
probably be 1-6. If Baltimore was healthy, we'd be 1-6. And you know what? We'd be 1-6, yet we'd lead the league in points per game given up or points per game allowed. Do you know how absolutely insane that is?
Yeah, I feel bad for Nick Haley, and like I think he's like ass, yeah, but also could he not be ass? Maybe, because he does come from a system where like there's a lot of moving parts, and it like if you have a very complicated moving part system like that, you got to have smart guys up front to manage, and like nobody knows what they're doing. And I'd even say CJ doesn't even know what he's doing because he's had like who has he been able to learn from? Like his OCs aren't able to coach him because they don't know what's going on. So in turn, CJ's not going to know what's going on. It's just a bad time in Houston.
And how do it's just
And how do you fix it? I'm starting with selling the farm. I don't want to see us on the draft board this year. I don't want to see it. We don't need another rookie.
Why is listen, at this point, why is Dameon Pierce on the roster? He's not even suiting up to play. Trade him. Can you get any value for him? Literally anything. Can you tack on a 3rd round pick and maybe get a lineman somewhere? Literally anything. Is there a team out there that's doing really bad that has one offensive lineman that you maybe could go get? Like you got to figure something out because what you're doing right now ain't working and it's not gonna,
and the problem is we waited so long now to fix our offensive line. We're going to massively overpay for any decent offensive lineman we get.
Oh yeah. Like if we wait to go get an offensive line this like in the offseason, it's going to be
Regardless, it doesn't matter if we're trading for him or we're signing.
The need is so obvious. The team is going to be like, we're just going to leverage your need for more stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you want our mid at best offensive lineman? Give us a 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Say no? Okay.
Okay. So we just keep him. Oh no.
Yeah, we'll just keep him and y'all will remain to suck forever. Oh no. Like, as a matter of fact, make it a second now because you pissed me off.
Yeah. Click and then hang up.
Yeah. Like, unless we go on a run in the draft this year of like strictly offensive linemen, that's another thought process I've had. And it's pretty unrealistic, but like just draft offensive linemen. You're so bad at doing it that like if you only draft offensive linemen, somebody
has to hit.
Yeah, somebody has to hit.
If you got 10 draft picks, just draft 10 offensive linemen, 2 at each position.
Fire all the scouts. Fire every scout we have as an organization, and just delegate them. Everybody go to every offense, like go to every game. Find me the best offensive lineman. And then we'll just go from there.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Yeah. We got to figure it out.
And then our run game is like.
Oh, my God. Why are we throwing a screen to Nick Chubb?
Why are we not playing Dameon Pierce?
And why is Dare Ogunbowale ever in the field, on the field,
Ever. He can't run block for. Oh, my God. I'm about to say it. He can't run block for nothing.
Dare Ole.
Dare is ass at football. That's his name.
How many times?
Dare can't block. Dare can't catch. Dare can't hang on to the football because he's 76 years old. Dare can kick a 15-yard field goal in case our kicker gets hurt. Joe Mixon, I forgot. Joe Mixon is Lance McCullers of the Houston Texans. We're paying him money.
Literally.
I literally don't know what's wrong with him or where he's at.
But he keeps posting on Twitter, so he is alive. I know that.
Yeah. Maybe. That might be his wife. We don't even know. Can somebody get a ID check? Can we get a wellness check on Joe Mixon, please?
Can we get a wellness check on Joe Mix, please? It wouldn't be the first time in his career he needed one. Maybe he needs one now.
can somebody play? Because, like, where are you at? And also, like, the crazy thing is, why didn't we know about this? We got one report in the offseason. Joe Mixon's walking around in a boot. Hey, what's wrong with Joe Mixon? I don't know. We'll see. Game time decision. Dude, he must have, like, blown his Achilles apart.
He has a bionic foot, actually.
Yeah, like, what? And, like, we didn't say anything. Like, what did D'Amico think was going to happen? Like, oh, we're just going to throw this one under the rug, and then everybody will forget about it. Like, they hardly said anything. And then they were like, yeah, he's not going to play.
I haven't forgotten about it. I'd like to
Yeah.
know what's wrong with Joe Mixon, please.
God,
Because,
we
like,
got
how different would this team be with Joe Mixon?
Probably not that much.
You don't think at all?
I mean, like,
He's like a better version of. I think he's a better version of Woody Marks, and Woody Marks seems to have, for all intents and purposes, play pretty well when he gets the ball. So I think, I don't know, man. I'm coping. I'm coping really hard, actually.
also, why did we not get DK Metcalf? Like, why was that never a thought in our brain to get DK Metcalf? Instead, we got Christian Kirk, who's seen the field, I don't even know, like, once maybe.
And
I
then
literally-
immediately gets hurt again.
Yeah, what does he have, like a hamstring injury or something? So he's going to be out. Nico Collins has a concussion. Oh, no. It's almost like every year our star receiver gets hurt. Maybe he's injury prone. So how about we invest in better receivers that aren't injury prone?
Instead of having 42 defenders who can.
Dude, we got so many defenders at this point. Like, I don't even want to talk about defense. Like, I don't even want D'Amico to even think about defense ever again.
Like, and honestly, for everybody out there who thinks defense wins championships, I give you example A why this is not true.
It doesn't. And I know D'Amico's philosophy and his mindset. I know in his mind, he sits there and goes,
We should have forced 7 turnovers, goddammit.
Like at the end of the game, I know he sits there. Because he even said it. He was like, well, the defense needed to play better. Brother.
Sir, bro.
What are you talking
my
about?
man, what do you want
What
from
are
them? What else? What 4 turnovers, a blocked kick, like what? Like what, man?
And a
What?
touchdown.
And a
Rivera was
touchdown.
the only touchdown that we got
Still.
in Seattle.
So they literally gave you, including the touchdown, 7 extra possessions, and you still couldn't.
Yeah.
But they need to play better,
Like,
though, right?
Why in D'Amico's mind, he's sitting there, he goes, well, and me and Ethan have joked about this a million times. We don't even need our offense. If we're like in D'Amico's perfect world, he doesn't even have an offensive like team to go out there.
No.
It's defense. And then we score on
Special
defense and
teams.
it's like line it back up. Let's just go back on defense.
Defense and special teams. That's literally it. That'd be his only way to win.
Oh my God. Like he wants our defense to hold everybody to like 3 or less points, and then we just kick 2 field goals and then win the game. 6-3 is ideal D'Amico Ryan score.
Yeah, he wants a 1944 mud bowl.
Matter of fact, get a safety. You just get us a safety, we should win the game off 2-0 final score. That's a blowout to him. That's a good game for him.
All right, man.
Yeah. Are we being a little dramatic? Yes. But it's frustrating and we're pissed. And I think we have to do right.
It's just like we expect so much of this team. Like you have all these pieces in place, and it's frustrating because the issues were so obvious going into the year, and we got like Jedi mind tricked into believing that we were the crazy ones, that like what we were saying was so irrational that like certain people in Texans media decided to get in arguments with us on Twitter, basically saying we don't know what we're talking about because Cole Popovich apparently was the next coming of the greatest offensive line coach because he has that dog in him or something stupid.
I just want to say this. To this point, I think we've hit on like 80% of our takes. Like we're more right than we are wrong. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but like for all intents and purposes, we tend to know what we're talking about a lot more than we don't.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, and even when we don't know what we're talking about, we do.
Yeah, we do a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, we don't just that's what I'm saying is like it's getting frustrating. You know, we got told we were crazy. But yet it's playing out exactly how I think we all as much as we didn't want to know, we knew what was coming because nothing changed, and they just you replaced dirt with dirt. You just called it new dirt, and then expect us to be like, "Ooh, it's new dirt."
Yeah.
And then we're just supposed to think that that's okay. Like you replaced like gold shavings, or like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't.
We replaced dog shit with cat shit. Now at the end of the day,
it's still shit. There we go. That's better. That's better. Yeah, dog shit with cat shit, but it's still shit.
Like
So,
it just seems like there's no intention for the Texans. The state of Texas is just the Rockets lost, Houston's losing, Texas looks like shit. Oh
my God,
I'm a Texas fan,
dude! I'm watching every week. I'm watching some horrible, god awful offensive football between the Texas Longhorns and the Houston Texans. The offense that I'm watching every week is like, it's like actually having effect on like my day-to-day life. Like,
I'm just like, my Saturdays are good.
I'm just like every week I'm finding a new way to cope with how bad they look. I'm like, this week, yeah, this week, you know, they got pissed off. They got smacked in the mouth. They're gonna come back out. They're gonna play. Duh, right? They're grown men. They have attitudes. They don't want to play like that. They got families. They got legacies. They don't want to play like that. They can't stop checking. Go home, bro.
Care at
every
all.
time.
Oh, all right. Well,
All right.
That's it.
Yeah. All right. Well, y'all have a great rest of y'all's evening and day. We'll be back here shortly. I'm sure we'll have more to discuss. And
probably tomorrow I'll do a little bit of college football breakdown if you want to check it out.
Yeah, college football breakdown tomorrow on the YouTubes. Y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow on the channel. Check it out. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate
I ain't with that beefing on the net. Tell me what's next. I can't listen to the hype. Wanna know that you've been mixed with lies.